Hey Astro Kids, and welcome back. This is your December 2019 horoscope for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So as always, we are using the Barbieri Zodiac Oracle deck, the Connolly Tarot deck, and the Rider Tarot deck, as well as playing cards. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards, as well as on the right of the screen you see some major planetary shifts that we will go through as well. And don't forget that there is a 1,000 subscriber special. So if you are interested in entering for a chance to win, make sure to comment loyal fan down below. So starting December 2nd, Jupiter enters Capricorn. So Jupiter will be leaving its home sign of Sagittarius and moving into its fall position, its weakest position, in Capricorn. And so there is a shift from the faithful, optimistic energy of opening new doorways and experiences to this more focused, disciplined style of energy, where Jupiter in Capricorn is asking you, what work and discipline are you willing to put in to reach your destiny? On December 9th, Mercury enters Sagittarius. And Mercury is in detriment in Sagittarius, as Mercury is trying to bring us answers and clarity, seeking out the details and information. Sagittarius is looking from a much bigger perspective. And so Mercury in Sagittarius is a time to not get lost in the little details, but to look at the bigger picture of the journey that you are on and where you are headed in your life. And on December 12th, we end this lunar cycle that we are in that started with the new moon in Sagittarius. with a full moon in Gemini. And so this is about how this journey and this quest to seek out this higher knowledge and experience brings the clarity and the understanding through this full moon in Gemini. And on the same day, we see Chiron come direct. So Chiron has been retrograde throughout most of 2019 in the sign of Aries, breaking down old attachments to ego, old ideas about what our identity is. And as Chiron comes direct, it is the realization of who we really are. Now on December 20th, Venus enters Aquarius into this new space. Currently, Venus is in Capricorn. Where it is focused on the status, the reputation of what the beauty and what the relationship looks like and what serves you to the highest value. And as Venus comes into Aquarius, we go even higher as we're starting to see things on a conscious level. And this Venus in Aquarius does bring in a unique and different type of energy. And so there is something here about finding value and worth in things that you normally would not. So Spirit is throwing in these unexpected moments and these unique connections of what love and relationships and values and worth looks like to you. And on the 22nd, the Sun enters Capricorn. And so this shifts us into a new season from this Sagittarian quest and journey to seek out higher truth and knowledge to this Capricorn experience of working and focusing on your ambition, on your goals, on your status, on your reputation, on the destiny and the legacy that you are leaving behind. And following that, we have a Christmas new moon solar eclipse in Capricorn. And this is starting us off on a new lunar cycle of the destiny of where we are headed, of the work and the consistency and the discipline that we are willing to put into reaching our success, reaching our better life. And it is a solar eclipse where we see the blacking out of the sun, where it creates this moment of not being able to see the outcome, not being able to see where the doorway leads, but our intuition shows us where we are headed. And so in a way, this new moon solar eclipse is a test of your faith. It is a test of, are you willing to trust in your intuition and in the path that you are being led down towards your destiny. And the last major planetary shift will be Mercury entering Capricorn. And this is sort of an odd place for Mercury. Mercury does not feel weak here, but it doesn't feel as though it's in its true power and dignity. But there is something here about how this Mercury in Capricorn is shifting our way of thinking and communicating into being more strategic and more structured, as there is a focus on accomplishing our goals and where we are headed. as far as the destiny that we are building and creating for ourselves. So we start off with the Knight of Wands, and this is showing this journey, this path, this vision that needs to be acted and initiated upon for you in your life. And so you have this vision, you have this dream, you have what you want to manifest. But are you going to go down this journey and put in the action to make this happen? Are you going to do what you love, what you're enthusiastic, what you're excited about, what you have the vision of in your mind, and actually manifest and create this into a reality? And there is something here about trying to juggle between two things when the choice is very clear. And we talked about this back when Mars was in Libra, about staying on the fence and not making a decision. And now with Mercury and Scorpio, there is something here about needing to be decisive and needing to calculate your moves of where you are headed in your life. And we were shown that big time with Mercury retrograde in Scorpio of what needs to be left behind and what needs to be stepped into for you in your life. And so it's not the time to try to juggle and balance between something that no longer serves you and something that you know definitely does serve you, but to make a decisive plan of action of where you are choosing to head. As this Capricorn energy is building and starting to close in on us very shortly, right? We have Venus, we have the South Node, Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn, Jupiter to join tomorrow as well, as it's leading us up to this Sun and New Moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is being stacked with this energy of this new structure, this new security that we are building in our lives. So it is a time as things are solidifying in your life and becoming more concrete to take this opportunity to make a decision so that the things in your life that are going to become concrete through this Capricorn energy are things that do serve you and elevate you in your life. And once again, we're reminded of this through the Ace of Wands of this new journey. There is something here, though, about having the confidence and being sure of yourself to take this Ace of Wands opportunity. To step into what you love, into what you're enthusiastic about, what you're excited about, what you're passionate about, in order to take on this new journey, this new path into your better life. And so there is something showing up big time here for you, Virgo, about making a decisive course of action. And with the Knight of Cups here, again, there's something about the Cups that is about making a choice. Because with the Cups, we are dealing with water that is about trusting in this internal knowing and internal feeling of your intuition. of where are you divinely emotionally being guided. And are you going to take up that cup? Are you going to take up that choice, that path? And following your intuition. And again, with the Hermit, it is a journey that does deal with your internal knowing. With the Hermit, we always see that this man, he's going on the journey in the cloak on his own, but he has the light in front of him. He's being guided by his intuition, by his guides, and there is something about that as you're going on this path, again, where you need to trust in your intuition and where it's guiding you about this new path, about this decisive course of action in your life before things start to solidify that no longer serve you. Right, with the South Node in Capricorn, there are these solid concrete structures in your life that need to be released that no longer serve you. And we see it again with the Hanged Man and the Ten of Wands in reverse, of needing to release something that no longer serves you. The Hanged Man is the commitment. But are you committing to something that no longer serves you? Are you tying yourself down to something that is not beneficial to you? And with the Ten of Wands, the 10 is always a sign of completion, of closing out this old chapter to step into something new, because the 10 does break down to 1 in numerology as the beginning. And so there is something here about needing to leave behind what no longer serves you to step into the new. And there is something about the Ten of Wands where we always see this man who is trying to carry and hold on to all of these things all at once. And so there's something about needing to leave behind what no longer serves you, that you can't take it all with you into the next chapter. And so anything that you are not passionate about, wands, the enthusiasm, the joy, the excitement, that needs to be left in the past to 10 complete this old chapter and step into 10 breaking down to the 1 into this new path in your life. And with the Queen of Pentacles here, it is about what is nurturing, what is serving, what is abundant to you. And what is really worth holding on to? What really has the value for you to hold on to and keep dear to you? But again, with the Chariot in reverse, there's something about not allowing your intuition to guide you, not allowing that Knight of Cups moment to guide you the way to this new path. And even that Ace of Wands moment of, this is something that you internally know, that you feel. You can feel what excites you, what you love, what is of the highest connection through your intuition. And we talk a lot about water being intuition, but there's something about fire that is also intuition. of these two feeling elements of the fire being of what feels exciting, what feels passionate, what feels enthusiastic in your life, and the water about what feels divine and emotional to you. But are you willing to feel through that and use your intuition and your discernment to guide you to this moment? And with the Queen of Swords, there's something about standing by your truth, standing by your beliefs, standing by what serves you. And so are you living by other people's truths, or are you living by your own with the Queen of Swords? Are you defending your own truth and living in your own truth? And with the Empress, it is about building something beautiful, building something that serves you, something that is abundant, something that is truly secure and beneficial to you. But with the High Priestess and with the Six of Swords in reverse, again, there is this resistance to your internal knowing, to your intuition, and to what your instincts are telling you about where you know that you should be headed on your path, on your journey, to lead you to this new, beautiful, harmonious, better life for you. And so with the Six of Swords in reverse, are you overanalyzing? Are you getting caught in the details? Are you not willing to let your intuition guide you to this beautiful opportunity? And it's interesting that we end this with these two because it takes us back to the Two of Pentacles, about that moment of juggling. So there's something about how we're ending with the Two of Swords and the Two of Cups, about there is a big choice that needs to be made. Again, coming for you very strong, Virgo, is about this decisiveness, this decisive course of action. Through this Mars and Scorpio energy, that it is time to make a decision. And it is through your intuition, through your knowing, with the Two of Swords and the Two of Cups. And we talked about this before, about what are you willing to negotiate for, and is this rational? Does it make sense? Does it serve you? Is it correspondent to your truth and to your internal knowing? And so it is time to make a decision. And with the King of Clubs, again, we talked about this, about doing what you love, about what you are enthusiastic about being sure and having the confidence to do this. We talked about this with the Ace of Wands, about what excites you, what are you enthusiastic about, what are you excited about in your life, and about doing this and about moving into this space. And similar to the Queen of Swords, we see the Queen of Spades, which again is about living in your truth and standing by your truth and not allowing others to shake your truth. But with the Queen of Spades, there is also something about severing and cutting out what no longer serves you. And there is a move here to be made to go into what is more secure, what is more serving of who you are and what you find the joy and the passion in. And with the Nine of Diamonds, the 9 is always the end. The needing for ending and completing out the old. And so with the 9 of Diamonds, it is again about ending these old ways of being, these old forms of security and safety, and moving into what better serves you in your life. Which takes us to the 6 of Hearts, of this beautiful, and we saw this with the Empress, of this beautiful security, this beautiful moment in your life that does fill you with this abundance, this joy, this happiness, this new form of security that does serve you better. And it's interesting that we see Pisces and Aries here, that there is something about dreaming and acting and applying both of them to your life. But we see Neptune in between in reverse, because there is something about this illusion of the Pisces dream. And so are we working with the higher octave of Pisces, of dreaming and believing and connecting to this divine source? Or are we working in the negative end of Pisces, of escaping this reality and going into this land of fantasy? And so there is something here about deceiving yourself or falling into illusion by not allowing your intuition to guide you. And with Neptune here, the master of illusion, ruler of Pisces, in reverse, it is almost as if you are deceiving yourself by not doing what you love, by not doing what you are enthusiastic and excited about in your life, and staying in the past, Neptune being a very karmic planet of past generations and ancestral curses, of repeating old cycles and old behaviors in your life. And so with Neptune in reverse here, it is calling for you to remove the veil of illusion and to step into your true internal knowing and intuition in your life. And you do this through Aries, through action. through assertion. It is now time to make a decisive course of action. Remember, Mars is in its second home of Scorpio, where it is calling for you to play offense, to be decisive, to take a course of action. Mars is no longer in Libra, where we have to weigh out the decisions. We now know the decisions through Scorpio's internal knowing. And there is something about taking that internal passion and intensity in Scorpio and using it to drive you forward into what better serves you. As we know, the light of Sagittarius comes after the darkness of Scorpio. So there is something about needing to go into the depths of your psyche, of your internal knowing. And be willing to drive through that to get you to this higher state of being in your life, of doing what better serves you. But Aries is here to say that Aries doesn't hesitate. Aries doesn't hold back, right? Aries is, at the highest degree, the leader of the zodiac, about taking charge and moving into action. And so it is time to take radical action in your life. Again, this is bringing up a whole lot about this decisive course of action for you, Virgo. So that was your December 2019 horoscope. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new content. And I will see you in the next video.